The first step in reassembly is to install the cups into the hub. Select a suitably sized dolly and install both inner and outer cup, ensuring that they seat squarely against the shoulder. Next, obtain a clean container of the recommended grease. And with clean hands, pack each bearing with grease. Work the grease in between the rolling elements. Don't just smear it over the top. Apply a layer of grease into the hub cavity. Do not overfill the cavity. Leave a hole approximately the same diameter as the outer cup to allow for expansion of the grease when it gets hot. Next, place the inner cone into position and, if so equipped, fit the new seal according to the manufacturer's instructions. Remember that lip-type seals must be fitted in such a way that the spring-loaded lip faces towards the bearing. With the seal properly fitted, the next phase is to very carefully slide the hub onto the stub axle. Be very careful as you support the hub and guide the seal onto its land, that is, its running surface. Maintain this support and then slip on the pre-lubricated outer cone, the retainer, and the securing nut. Wind in the nut fully by hand only at this stage. Your hands should now be wiped dry before commencing to adjust the bearings. Adjusting methods vary according to different manufacturers. The method we shall demonstrate is typical, but actual figures and tolerances must be obtained from the technical data supplied by the manufacturer. The first step is to tighten up the nut with a suitable spanner whilst rotating the hub back and forth by hand. When you feel a resistance to the turning effort, stop tightening the nut. Some manufacturers suggest the use of a torque wrench, where the nut is tightened to a specific torque as the hub is rotated, also by hand. When the nut is tightened to specification, or when there is a feelable load on the hub, then the nut is turned back or loosened between 1/12 and 1/6 of a turn. With castellated and slotted nuts, a split pin hole should line up somewhere between the 1/12 and 1/6 turn positions. Insert a new split pin, bending back one leg to prevent it jumping out of position. Some manufacturers require that the end float is checked with the aid of a dial gauge. Check the manufacturer's specification for the exact figure. This figure, however, will seldom exceed 0.04 millimeters. Finally, replace the bearing cap or cover. The vehicle or machine is then test run for a period of time, after which the end float should be rechecked and, if necessary, readjusted. It is suggested that you now practice the task of replacing taper roller bearings on projects in your own workplace. You can learn more about bearings and bearing maintenance by viewing other programs in this series.